Hello, friends. A very warm welcome to the next of these midweek musings. I'm really grateful to all those who've been leading them over the last couple of weeks, different voices from our church family, offering their own thoughts, and hopefully that you have found those helpful as I have over the last few weeks. This week I wanted to return to a prayer book and a prayer within it that has continued to mean something to me, and offer it to you in the hope that it might say something to you at the moment. It first appeared in our prayer books in the alternative service book of 1980. You remember that, many of you will, I'm sure, that it was described at the time as the greatest publishing event for 500 years. Seemed a bit of a bold claim on behalf of the Church of England, but nevertheless that was the kind of tagline that accompanied the publication of the alternative service book that worked alongside the Book of Common Prayer. And within it was a prayer written by Professor David Frost. He was a professor in Cambridge and a member of the Liturgical Commission who were responsible for putting the prayer book together. And individuals within that group took some responsibility for writing different texts, for drafting things, for translating things, and for coming up with original prayers. And this was one that first appeared in the 1980 prayer book. It begins Father of All and is one of the two prayers that were offered as alternatives at the end of the service, having received communion. And it's one line in particular that I think is worth us dwelling on and reflecting on in the midst of this time that we've been through. It's the line that says, "Keep us firm in the hope you have set before us." Keep us firm in the hope you have set before us. Now that in itself is a powerful phrase. But actually, if you go back to the original prayer that David Frost submitted, it was subsequently amended as it went through the process necessary for the prayer book to be approved. He began by using this line. He said, instead of keep us firm in the hope you have set before us, he went for some imagery from Hebrews. From the Hebrews chapter 6 verse 19, where it talks about us being anchored in our faith. He said, "Anchor us in this hope as far as we can grasp it." Now that image goes back to the early church. I think it was Clement of Alexandria picked up that theme of being anchored, and we'll know it from a hymn, won't we? "Will your anchor hold through the storms of life?" And it's a powerful, arresting image of an anchor, which of course is cast off on a ship and holds a ship steady. And that's being applied to us. We think of anchoring who we are, anchoring our souls in the hope so far as we can grasp it, in the hope so far as we have it in Jesus Christ. And that's a powerful image, and one to offer you, to pray through, to think about where we anchor our lives, where we seek that place of solidity, that stability that in a way provides a fixing point amidst all the changes of life. Now that has a much richer sort of metaphorical feel than "keep us firm in the hope you have set before us." Now, both of them have something to say to us. Keep us firm in the hope you have set before us. Anchor us in the hope as far as we can grasp it. I offer you those words. Professor David Frost, we have a lot to give thanks for from his mind that crafted that prayer, because it continues to speak to us, albeit amended, that we might be kept firm in the hope before us, that we might be anchored in the hope as far as we can grasp it, and that anchoring us in this hope has and will in the coming days continue to sustain us. So thank you for giving some time to be with me. God bless you. It's good to share this time, and may God anchor us in the hope that we have in Jesus as far as we can grasp it. Amen.